Hello, hello, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and we are here for Christmas in July. That would be hashtag Christmas in July 23. And it's an open collaboration started by Carol at Free Spirit Arts, and if you'd like to join, just jump on in with us. Also to mention that Carol at Free Spirit Arts is doing a giveaway with her Memory Decks cards. So if you send her a Memory Decks card, she will punch holes in it, so you don't have to worry about that. But she'll tell you all the sizes you need, and she's going to start doing drawings on that for birthday months. So it's a great idea and a great opportunity to get some beautiful art from a beautiful lady. So for me, Christmas in July. Well, I have been cleaning house, as most of you know. And because I'm cleaning house, that means I'm also cleaning out paper pads that I've had for a long time. This one I've had for many years, since it first came out. I don't see the date on it here anywhere, but they probably still make it. It is a block pad, which means that there's 6 double-sided designs, and there's 4 of each of these. So I'm going to use this to make my my Christmas book, and I'm going to show you here what I'm doing. Not with that one. Let's use this one. What I am doing is cutting this down to 8.5 by 11. So first let me cut off that strip at the top, so it's not in my way. And then I'm cutting it off at 8.5. You see that okay? Oh, back out a little bit? Okay. So at 8.5. Not by 11. Erase that. 8.5 by 12. I have this extra piece. I'm just going to fold it over for a little mini journal, or it might be pockets. We don't know yet. So I'm taking this and I'm folding it directly in half. I'm going to fold it down good. And then I am marking at 4 inches up. 1, 2, 3, 4. About approximate. And 1 inch in at the top up here. You can see that I'm going to get an angle cut. Let's cut a second one of those. Let's use this cute little Santa and the reindeer. And we'll do the same thing. I'm going to show you this in bits and pieces, so after I show you this, I'll kind of show you what's going on next in my head. We're going to cut this off at 8.5. Now, I want to keep the Santa. The sock will go on the little one. I haven't decided what I'm going to make with the little one yet, but there must be something I can make. So 8.5. There we go. We'll fold this one over. And you can fold it to either side, whatever you want to do with your paper. You do not have to have this paper to create this journal. I will be using my Cinch to make a quick Christmas journal. So here's this one. Let's fold it over. And look, it's crooked. That's okay. It won't matter. We'll trim them up if we need to. Going to flip it over this way, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to put the open flaps towards each other. So I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and make a line. And I'm going to come in 1 inch at the top and make a line. There we go. And now we're going to trim those. And you'll get an idea of what this is doing when I show you the next part. So put your wire up there if you have a wire. Otherwise, line it up on your trimmer how you normally would line things up. And cut between those two pencil marks. Erase the evidence that you marked on your paper. And we have this. My blade is getting, I need to put a new blade in. The blade is getting rascally. Okay, so right here, from there to right there, I think it is. Save these, we might use them. There's gotta be something we can do with them. Okay, once again, erase your evidence. No, we just cut them all on our own. Okay, so now we have this and this. And they are, you know, they're just about lined up. It's not important. Me, I would like to line them up. But that means I would have to cut this piece down. So if, say you want yours to line up exactly, then go ahead, make another line. Ooh. And start this one right where it was before. Right there. And just move it down a little bit. You can see my blade is definitely needs to be changed. Because it's getting fuzzy. Okay. So now let's see how we did. Okay. Now we're just about even. Now this one's taller than that one. That's okay. I'm not going any further. So I have these. So now I want to show you what the journal it consists of. Like I said, I'm going to use my cinch on this. Okay, so here's the front. But I think maybe I need to put a heavier weight paper on the front. So I may, before I'm done here, I might, this might be too big. I might double this paper up. You know, put another one over the top of it. Just to thicken it up a bit. Okay, so we open our journal. And we have these two pages that are, they'll be adjoining each other with that ring in the middle. And then you'll flip it again. And we'll have some papers in here. I don't have them in any kind of order yet. So let's just put this one into order and see what we have. I'm going to move that up there. Okay, so I can't remember who I got these kits from. That was last Christmas in July. I'd have to look it up. So if I remember, I will definitely put it down below because I want to give her credit because she did a beautiful job. And then this one I think was by somebody else. So I have two of these. I have two of these. And I have two of these. And then I have one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of these. So, like my recipe journal, I'm going to put these on each end to kind of block it out. And then I think I'll go into and put this, and remind me, I have to tell you about that piece of paper. And then I'll go into on the back. And I'm going to put this Dear Santa one type paper. You remember when the kids write on that paper and it's their Dear Santa letter? I love that. And then I'm going to go in 2 more. And I'm going to put one of these. And then 2 more this way, right here. And I'm going to put one of these. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like in the middle, in between these 2 sections. It's going to look like that. And then we'll have all of these beautiful papers. But let's stop at this one, because I want to show you. I'll show you on both of these lined ones. What I did with this was, it's a lot wider. I cut it off at 8.5 inches tall, and then I folded this one over once and then twice, and I glued it down to firm this edge up, because this is such a lightweight paper. So when I punch my holes in it, it has a firmer piece to go through that won't tear off. So I did that with that one. And then with this one, you'll notice that on the top part, I put a Christmas paper on it and just glued it down. And it's for the same reason, just to strengthen it up. Okay, so the journal will be like that all the way through. So when you get to the next page here, you'll see these are opposite, and these 2 will be pockets again. And then you flip it over, and then you go through your journal pages again. And then we get to here, and we have this. 2 more pockets. And we flip, and we have the journal. And I'll have to put those all in order. Then we flip it, and we have 2 more. So this is a really nice place to put those Christmas letters you receive, or Christmas cards. You could put your list in here for Christmas, or, you know, whatever, however you plan out Christmas. You could use this as your December daily. It would be perfect. And then we have another set of papers, and then another set of these pockets, and then one last set of papers, and one last page like this. And these are opposites too. Huh, I didn't know I did that. Clever me. Now, this might be too thick, so I may have to take it down some on paper, but I'm going to give it a try first. First we try. So what that means is, now we're on to my next piece, what I want to show you that I'm going to do. And then I will probably stop and do the rest of the sewing. So I'm going to take my first paper, and I'm going to open it up, and along the top section only, I'm going to do a zigzag. I'm going to zigzag all the way around, but I'm going to need to take it out of the machine and put the card together to finish sewing it. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm using my number 5 zigzag, This is a baby lock, Grace Baby Lock. It's an A-line series. It's a small portable type. I've set my stitch length at 3.0 and my stitch width at 5.5. Okay? All right. I'm going to put my needle in. And I'm just going to sew. I wish I could have a camera right down here, but I don't. I'm going to stop with my needle on the inside of the paper. So as I turn it, I get kind of a neat angles in my zigzag. Or neat and tidy angles. And I'm just going to run this one right off the page. Needle up. I'm going to pull this out so I can tie my stitching there. Right here. And I'm just going to tie it on the outside. Now you can take them down to one side by pulling the thread through, and you can make a stitch that way. But I'm just going to tie some knots right here because that works for me, and then it'll have more stitching over it. And I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to tie these two ends together if I can pick it up. Kidding myself today. Okay, so this is one that probably should have been taken to the outside, just because I didn't start off my paper. I started on it. Okay, so now we have this across here and across there. And I'm using a reddish color thread. Okay, so we've already done this. So now we're going to start here and sew along here. Okay, I want to sew all the way around it. I'm going to start off my paper this time so that it'll make a better tie. Stopping on the inside there. And I probably should get a little closer to my edge. I'm just so afraid to. I'm afraid I'll just forget what I'm doing. Whoops. Like that. Now I need to back this up a little bit. Need to sew this side if you don't want to. And if it's messy, that just isn't going to bother me. We do this for fun, not for excellence. Now this one got all knotted up with the other thread, so I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So I'm going to clip that off. And if they look like they need a little extra, I'll just add a little piece of glue to those. So there we go. That is what's going to happen with each of these papers, is they're going to have the stitching all the way around, kind of a small pocket here. I may round these corners off on no, I wouldn't be able to, because it would be this side I'd need to round, because this is going to go in in the machine to get punched. And I'm not sure if it's going to punch right through that or not, so I may have to change that a little bit. Maybe not so along that edge. And just let the wire, yeah. Well, we can check that really quick. I think I have a paper. Let's see. No, not that one. Oh, maybe in the bottom drawer. No, where do you go? Well, I'm not sure where I put my hole punched paper. Oh, maybe it's up here. No. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll have to find out if we can punch through that or not. We might not be able to, in which case that'll make a problem, won't it? That will change what I'm doing. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and sew around at least its top and side, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, thanks for joining me for right now, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back quickly. I wanted to show you that I hole punched that and it came right out because it went right through my sewing, and I don't want to put my sewing any closer with a zigzag to the edge. So it did pull it out all the way to here, you know, from here into there too. So where this stitched out here, it's no longer there except for right there, but it's not a good stitch anymore. Okay? So that is something to think about. Probably will have to glue that just a little bit right in there so that the stitch will stay in. So that is that. But I think that'll be okay. I could, now that I've gotten it sewn, I could go through and do a stitch right through there. But I don't want the pocket to get so thin that you can't use it. Maybe a single stitch line, that's just a regular straight stitch on there would be fine. I don't know. Should we try it? I have a snowflake. Gosh, snowflakes would be pretty, wouldn't it? Well, let me write down my curves on my stitch. So zigzag, 3.0 length, and 5.5 width. This is on my baby lock. Grace. Just so I know. So there we go. Okay. So if I was just going to move that to a straight stitch, I would need to move it to that's 4, 2. And move it to my 2 because I want my stitch to come down the center. I'm going to just move this over here. So let's just see. You know, I think maybe I might switch to white. What do you think? The red seems kind of in your eye, doesn't it? Let's use white on this side and just take a look at it and see if we like it better. I got it right over here on my other machine, so let me move it onto here. But I do think that it would, I think it would look better. So just a moment, I'll thread my machine, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's try the white thread. Knocking on wood here, man. straight stitch, and I'm just using a 2.5 and a 3.5. We'll just see how it goes. And I'm stitching just to the left of the hole punches. I think. Oh yeah, I like the white better. So much better. There we go. Doesn't that look better? And even if it's a messy stitch, it's okay. So, I will go ahead and sew around these, and I will be right back. And then we'll have to go through and hole punch them, and then I'll have to sew that piece. Okay? So I'll be right back. I don't know if you can see that stitching. Here, hang on. See that? Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've made the covers for this Christmas journal. And it's been quite a trick to do it. But you can see here that I have measured an outer cover just slightly larger than the pages. Now hopefully I have them going the right direction. If not, I have to flip them around. I guess it doesn't matter. Nope, it goes that way. So I'll have to remember that when I put them together. So now I want to cover these like I would normally. I've decided to use this as the outside piece for my Christmas journal. So I'm going to leave about 1 inch all the way around this. And let's see, probably right about there. So I will cut that. Right there. And, oh dear, where did it go? It's so hard to see. Well, good heavens, I can't see it. So that's about 1 inch there. We want about 1 inch here. Oh, I guess it's right there. I do have it there. I see it now. I just had to lay that paper down on it. Okay, now let me cut the other one for the back. Whoops. Better cut that top off. We don't want that on there. Because that would not make a very nice piece. So I'm going to put that on there. Draw a line. There and here. Here. That's the longer way, so that leaves me a larger strip there to use for a pocket. Excuse me. I'm going to have to get a drink of water. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Whoops. Piece of paper on the floor for the dog. Oh, cheers. And then I'm going to talk to you about what I had to do to fix some things as soon as we start covering this. So here it is. And I want this on the outside. This is my top. Part B, that would be like the back. So this would be my outside. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to score this one on my scoring board because I want to make sure that I get a nice straight piece. So about 1 inch, I said. Going to score it there and here on the 1 inch line. Whoops. It helps if you hold this paper in there tight. Then it kind of scores better. And I'm going to take this and put it here. I'm going to glue it down. And then I'll kind of score these like this. Okay, I think. I think we'll use this, although I should use a paintbrush and brush it on. What you doing back there, Libby? Oh, we'll just use this. And I'm going to have to come back through and figure out where these holes are so that I can punch them all back in. I didn't want to have to line this paper up. My dog is snooping around. My brain is missing the holes here. Or hitting the holes, I should say. Trying to miss it. Libby, no. She knows I'm doing something I can't stop. Liberty, get out of there. Okay. Going to set that down where I know that this is going to be and where that is going to be. And give that a good rub. Okay. So we want to get this paper to kind of train up there a little bit. Okay. Now we need to cut here. Now, I doubled up on this, this chipboard, so that it would be a firm, so it would be firmer standing up. So I have to leave enough space here for this to cover the corner here. Hopefully I did. We'll see, huh? Oh boy, I almost didn't on that one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So I like to start with the sides first. But first what I'm going to do is go through and get some holes punched through so I know where they go. This is a little bit of work this way, and I could use the machine, but it was enough to try and get this measured out so it didn't have too many holes in it, and hopefully it has as many holes as my paper and not a whole bunch more. That was trying to figure that out, boy. Whoops. Okay, so there we go. Now I can cover this one. Let me get those out of the way. And I'm going to put this... I need more glue. I'm going to put a nice thick piece there and let it just sit for a little bit. That will let the fibers kind of get soft, I guess is what I want to say. Okay, I'm going to fold it over. And find my rag. Have you seen my rag? I haven't either. Oh dear. Well, I just stuck my finger in it. See how that works. Let me grab a towel, a paper towel. Okay, let's go to this side. We don't have as many worries on this side, do we? All those holes on the other side were kind of a worry. I'm almost out of glue here. Put that there. Go along here. I better leave that on its side, huh? You don't need to leave it this long if you don't want to. It's going to be on the inside anyway. It's going to get covered up. Now I like to take this piece and roll it in there. And this piece and roll it in this way. And then do the same down here. Oh boy, that is that one I cut too short. Okay. Okay. need to mark top on here. I'm going to mark it right over here. Top, back. We'll try and remember to erase that. This glue really bothers my lungs. I haven't used it in a while. You know, not a lot. So, cut it a little too shallow on, or too deep on this side, but this one it actually, and the shorter one actually ended up better. But it's okay. I'm game. Gonna let it work. I'm going to pull that one up pretty tight because it is very close right there. That one was too short. Clipped it too close to the corner here. Okay. So there we go. We'll have to go through and punch those holes again, but I'm going to wait until I put this backing on it. So let's find a backing piece. And let's see, our first piece is this. And our last piece is the same as the covers. So let's see what we would like to do. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a good one. That's okay. I think we'll go with these two. Might have enough here just to do the inside covers. I'll do this one inside cover with you, and then I'm going to go over the booklet, and then we'll let you go, and I'll come back and show you where we're at. There's that. Okay. Top. Okay. So I want this pretty close. Pretty close to the edge. There. And pretty close to the edge down here. Okay, so I'm going to cut it across and then see if I have enough to do two cuts out of the same paper for the inside. This way. Was that it? No, that's not it. That's it right there. We don't want to mess it up now, do we? There we go. And then right there. I don't know if we're going to have enough on this other half to let me just make sure that's it. That's not it. Oh, it is it. Okay. there. Okay, right by the H. Yeah, see, not enough there. Oh my gosh, I missed it. Probably would have been enough. It was by the C, not the H. Let's see if I'd have had enough. No, I still wouldn't. Oh, I tell you. And this is going to go right there. Oh, there's top right up there. Flip that around. Ooh, that's pretty too, isn't it? That's kind of nice for the back page. Especially if I don't put a pocket on it, but I probably will. I think we'll go this way. Ooh, I'm almost out, guys. Just got my Swedish meatballs into the crock pot for dinner. You ever done them in the crock pot? I've been wanting to do them in the crock pot for a long time. Okay, top up this way. Double check. You want to make sure it goes on right. Don't press it down until you've got it situated. And there we go. One cover is just about done. There we go. So I'm going to let that dry and then I'll come back through and punch these holes. And I'll get the other one done and then I will come back to you. So I'll see you in a few. Hello, hello. This is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts. Oh, you know that because I'm connecting these all together. I didn't even need to say that. Well, maybe I'll cut that part out. I don't know. I might leave it. I am here with the covers that are done. This is the front. It means it needs to be decorated. And then we have our pages, so let's just quickly go through them and be sure that we have them in here the correct direction before we try to bind them. Got to make sure these are going the right way because I doubled them up. So I did learn a few things as I was trying to get through this big stack. Don't try to punch too many at one time because what happens is they offset each other and then you get a bunch that aren't right and you have to go back and fix it. So it's best just to punch the light amount and then come back and punch some more. So it will work better for you in the long run. I promise. Okay, so that's right. It's mostly those pieces that I need to check. Is that I don't have these upside down because we can't put anything in them upside down. Okay, and the other problem I ran into was this journal got very thick. So, because it got very thick, and because I did heavy-duty covers, I had to take out one whole signature. So instead of 5 signatures, it has 4. Okay? So, when you're binding a book like this piece here needs to flip around to the front. This is the inside of the back cover, and it needs to come up here. Okay? Keep your order. Don't let that order out of your mind. Now, this may be where I really mess up, because I think I might have too many holes. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, so the way this goes on is this way. So I'm going to take my first set of papers. Let me take my first set of these. Remember what you're doing, Angie. Remember what you're doing. Okay. Why is it pulling like that? Oh, I know why. This first one is the end of the book. So I'm going to make sure it gets in the right spot. Okay. Then we take this right side up, right side up. Now this one was a little harder because do I have it going right? Yeah. Okay. You can see I punched that paper twice. Oops, that won't do. Oh my goodness, this one doesn't have a hole punched in it. Oh, for heaven forbid. Let's see. Let me reach across here. Oh my goodness. See how it goes? No wonder it wasn't working out right. There we go. Okay, let me punch that in. I'll tell you what. It has taken me actually quite a while to get this all together into a Christmassy book. So, you know, do know that I'm starting and stopping the camera. No. Let's see. Back of the book. Front of the book. Okay, then I had one of these. And then these are a little smaller, as the pages are smaller. See, I had to divide them between the top and the bottom. So, that was a problem. So then we come back to here, to the back. And let's pick up those ones that are a little different. And at least get it lined up, and then that will help. And then we have that one and those. A little confusing, I do have to say. Okay. This is the back, that's the front. Top and bottom. Okay, so we're going here. Can you see that okay? I've got them kind of propped up against myself over here so that I can make sure I put them on the correct direction. But yeah, if I hadn't had to make that one, if it hadn't been so much smaller, you know, it would have been a lot easier, I think. This one. You wouldn't think that little 1/8 of an inch on the bottom and top would make much difference, but wow, it does. Isn't that a pretty paper? And this one, you can see that I didn't get it quite up there enough. So that one may take a, I might have to put one of those circle things on it. But that's okay, we can do that. We make it work when it's junk journals. Oh, get back on there. So I don't know really how long I've kept you today, but I do know that oh, I wonder if I'm doing this wrong. It might be. There's those two. Okay. It doesn't really matter which way we go, as long as we're getting things right side up, right? So, okay, not that one. Oh, let's go this way. Okay, so we got that one first. There we go. And then go to this one. And then this one. And then these. Okay. Then we have these two. Right side up. Is that correct? Let's look. Ooh, I think that one's upside down. That one's right side up. This one is upside down. Oh, that goes this way. Okay, that one is correct. Okay. So we had that one. And then we have the rest of these. And then we have these two going this way. Okay, so then we pick up these and going backwards. We're working our way backwards. It's weird. you have to kind of figure it out and keep in your mind. If you start getting confused, you just tell your brain to quiet. Tell your brain to quiet down and get with the program and let you be the boss. Because otherwise your brain is like, no, that's not right, that's not right. And you're like, yes, it is. And your brain is like, no, it's not. So it's kind of backwardsy. One, two. Okay, now I have this one. And it's going to go this way. Is that correct? That one's right. Upside down. I don't know if I'm getting it right or not. I'm hoping that I am. I can see that these are off a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, these two are going to go this way. Now, I may have this in all backwards, and I may have to remove it. Okay, then we have the front cover. It's going to go like this. And then we have the back cover. This is the inside. This is the outside. Okay. Now we need to cut this piece off. So let me get that special tool that pinches your hands. I gotta get the better one from my husband because this one does pinch. Okay. It's going to be a little tight going through here because although I have the right holes in the paper, in the top part I don't. Because, yes, that's right, I had to I don't know what I had to do. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, now, Robin gave me a good clue that I probably need to move this down a little bit so it will cinch tighter. So if I'm doing a 1-inch binding, I might need to cinch it at 7/8. And she also said I might need to stand up so that I get some good push on it. You ready? Oh, Robin, you're so right. That might be too much this time. But let's find out. It's the cover that's having a hard time going through. Because the cover is very thick. And I don't have it hole punched at the same distance as the ones back there. So I can see that that's going to come off. So let's get that back on there. And let's give it another little cinch. I think I need to, I always think I need to cinch these on the inside here. Is that correct? I think if they're on the inside, that the book will stay where it's supposed to. I don't mind pushing them in, but I think I need to find some cheap ones of these and practice. think that would help. Oh. Or are they supposed to just go tight against these? I wish that they went tight and snapped around them. That would sure be lovely. You see me doing all this stuff, and those of you that know how to do this are probably laughing at me. It's not funny. No, it's okay. I'll figure it out. But right now, I'm making me mad. But I do love it. I mean, look at me. I'm really working it here, man. Ugh. My fingers are getting sore, though. Okay, there. Now let's see if it'll work. Back cover. That hides in there. Bring all this up to the front. I might have it too thick. But let's make sure I did it right. That's the most important. Okay. Let's peek at that one. Did it come off? No. We're good. We're good, we're good. Okay. So, now, what can we put in these guys? So I did sew them here. After I got it hole punched, I went back and sewed that. So we have our pockets between each signature. And each signature provides us with plenty of writing space. Oh, I got this one upside down. It doesn't matter. It's just a piece of paper. Put your title at the bottom, please. It's a new test. So that one is right. That is correct. And then we have pockets. And we have pockets. Oh, I needed to look. That one is right. And that is correct. Believe me, if anything's upside down, it's going to get remade right on the page. I'm not taking them out. Oh, is that upside down? No, it's fine. Whew. And that's fine. And those are good. And that one is good. This one is right. And this one is good. Excellent. Oh, look at this. I love these. And then we have this. I'm not going to put anything back here. It's just the back. But I do love this. Look at that. Isn't that about the coolest journal for Christmas ever? So I think we'll come through and maybe make some little pockets and add a few little ephemera pieces. But I think I'm going to leave the rest up to whoever owns it next. It'll be like a blank journal that you can get your own Christmassy stuff to play with. Cool. I love it. Let's see if it stands up on its own. Because I put the hard front and back on it so that it would do that. And there it is. Very, very cool. Yes. I love that. And it actually, other than this one that is off, it's because I put that signature in upside down. Yeah, that's what I did. I straightened out the papers that were backwards, but I didn't straighten out the rest of it. So that is off a little bit right there. But I can trim that down. And it shows there a little bit too, so. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Yes. And we need to decorate the cover. So, anyway, I will be back next time to put a few extra items in this. And we may attempt to cut this extra little piece off here, as long as it doesn't hurt anything else. But it is that full signature is actually upside down. So it will be easy enough to fix it. Just by removing a portion of the paper. Oh, this is so cool. I love it. This is like plan your Christmas. Look at that, because you have all these pockets and they're sewing. Oh, I like it. Okay, well, anyway, happy Monday to y'all. Remember, hashtag Christmas in July 23. And I will see you all, I hope, tomorrow. Bye.